Hello everyone, and welcome to Synthetic Girlfriend, a demo of a game currently in development. There's sadly no ETA, but the developer was kind enough to send me a message and ask me to cover his game, and I am more than happy to oblige. It looks really cute. I really like the title music that's been playing for a little bit here. So nice. Let's check the settings. Okay, there is choices in the game, so that's always nice. It's not completely a kinetic experience. But this is a demo. Things could change. You never know. Robot. Plural of robots. A device that automatically performs complicated, often repetitive tasks. Or a machine that resembles a living creature in being capable of moving independently and performing complex actions. Prologue choice. That's the definition of robot. Oh, have you guys seen that adorable video of that girl who falls in love with a robot? A little girl falls in love with a robot out on the street, but it's actually like an old water heater. It is so adorable. But that's neither here nor there, is it? But the thing is, she doesn't know what a robot is. She still loves it anyway. That's great. The teacher forgot to mention one of the definitions. Maybe it's not relevant to this class. I don't know. Let's sigh. Truth is, lately I haven't been able to focus on class. Routine is starting to get to me. It's the same thing day after day. Okay, hang on. I gotta turn the volume down just a little bit. There we go. A little better? Maybe. Yeah, it's a lot better. Routine sucks. People don't like it. You get in a rut. Things get boring. You want to break out. You want to do something new. Go somewhere new. You know, meet some new people. Wake up. Have breakfast. Go to class. Come back to my room and juggle between homework and free time. So, as we said before, the program executes a task over and over until it creates a new generation of smarter bots. This process is known as machine learning, and it's one of the foundations of modern AI developing. Oh, there's a video out there of machine learning AI playing like Mario. It's actually pretty cool. This routine responsible for nothing exciting happening in my life. No novelty. Every day is the same. Besides, it's like I'm lacking something. Because even if things are going smoothly, I feel empty. And somewhat lost. Any questions so far? I know I'm doing the right thing here. I'm a good student. My parents are proud, and even if my social life isn't the best, at least I have a friend. But is this the right thing to do? Yes, Jordan? And if it is, why am I feeling like this then? I mean, if it's right, I should feel good at my choice. I should feel confident. And yet I don't. Shouldn't I be fine? I mean, seriously, I don't have anything to worry about. Maybe I should work harder? Why am I never happy with the results of my choices? Maybe I'm not doing the right thing after all. But what is right and what is wrong? Excellent question. Well, let's say you have a free and endless hardware space for the AI to develop indefinitely. It'd grow out of control. Sometimes AI would take paths that the designers didn't expect, giving results that are off the charts and which we honestly can't make any sense of. Still, an AI is always restrained by the hardware it runs on. To be honest, I don't want to listen to today's class. I don't want to sound full of myself, but since I always read the docs beforehand. So no, Jordan, an AI that goes rogue and exterminates humanity is not possible, fortunately. Darn. The whole class laughs. I don't laugh, obviously. It's an obvious question, even if it's meant as a joke. Just like human beings, AIs are limited by the platforms that host them. And all those little deviations the simulation makes are as mysterious as the neurons that make up our brains. Nowadays, there are some synthetic brain prototypes being made. They bring a safe, free, and contained space for an AI to develop. But they're just prototypes. There's still a lot of progress to be done and years of research to really understand what's going on inside an AI's mind. To be honest, I don't want to listen to today's class. Deja vu. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I think I'm going to rest a bit. I discreetly try to get comfy in my seat. Those look like the most uncomfortable seats ever. I know someone like me would sit closer to the teacher, but I always like sitting in the last row. I don't like to bring attention to myself at all. Still, my grades always end up blowing my cover. Anyway, sitting at the back of the class is useful this time. I gently close my eyes as I drift into a nice sleep. Then we get pelted on the head with an eraser. Nagai? Nagai! My sleep is interrupted by someone calling my last name. I open my eyes. What? How much time was I out? I look at my surroundings. Everyone's looking at me while they're gathering their belongings. Before I could even realize what's going on. Nagai? Class is over. Stay here. We have to talk. I screwed up. Some students giggle as they leave the classroom. Others seem uncomfortable by this situation. This is way too embarrassing. It's exactly the kind of thing I didn't want to happen. With my head down, I slowly pick up my belongings and walk closer to my teacher. Yuri is my name. I'm sorry. It's just that... Stop. Just stop. What? I know you're already familiar with this topic, but try not to fall asleep during class. It's just rude, both for me and for your fellow classmates. Makes me seem like I can't keep attention. We talked about this, Yuri, in great detail. I'm sorry, Dana. Dana? She's Dana Forrest, my AI development teacher, the class I like the most this semester. Sorry, my dogs are barking. Hang on one moment. Okay, I'm back. Even if I fell asleep today, I stumbled upon her already on Introduction to Programming, and we established a good teacher-student relationship. I like her way of teaching, although I couldn't focus too much on her classes lately. Not hers or, well, anyone's really. I honestly feel pretty bad about this. Still, I waited until the class was over to call you out. Really? I'm sorry again. And thank you. You look really sorry. Even more than usual. What's wrong? Dana always worries too much about her students. She believes that if she can understand each student's situation, she can direct the classes in a manner that everyone will feel comfortable and be interested in them. But in all honesty, I haven't seen other students become as close to her as I have. Or in other words, her being closer to someone else than me. I realize this fact, and my face immediately starts to feel odd. Is there something bothering you, Yuri? In this question arises another feeling inside me, besides the embarrassment. I didn't know it was possible to host two feelings so different from each other at the same time. My eyes start to feel watery, and I feel weak. I have a feeling that if I start talking right now, my voice would crack like an old tree. I try to hide all these feelings the best as I can. No. I'm okay. My voice comes out a bit broken and weak. I can't talk about these things with my AI teacher. All my worries and doubts. I try to control myself as I try to look for an excuse to get out of this. However, Dana steps in before I can do that. If you don't want to talk about it, I get it. But keeping your worries to yourself is bad for your health, you know. If you want to talk about it or anything really, just let me know. You can count on me. I mean it. I think I didn't do a good job in hiding my anguish. Even still, Dana gives me a free pass to get out of this. Thank you, Dana. By the way, come, I'll show you something that'll cheer you up. I didn't call you after classes just to scold you. Sure. I follow Dana outside. She leads me to the teacher's room. Meanwhile, I try to push my sadness aside. While I'm at it, another feeling comes up. Curiosity. I wonder what Dana's going to show me. Is she going to show me a robot? That would be so awesome. Voice is pretty nice. As we enter the teacher's room, Dana is greeted by other teachers. She greets them and makes a gesture to me. Take a seat. I do what she tells me. She also takes a seat. Where she wants me to take my seat, I do not know. Dana shuffles around some papers she has on her desk and puts away her tablet. After this, she turns to me. Yuri, I think you're aware of your grades and your performance. Well, yeah. And just as you're aware of this, so are these university's partners. Which means that you can pick between 2 companies to take an internship. What did she say? Internships. What? Me? Yes, Yuri. You. In, like, Spanish, like, what the hell are they called? Like, what the, punctuation, that's it. That's the word. All right. Dana pulls 2 envelopes out of the drawer. Pick your future. One of them has a stamp that I can't recognize, but the logos are really colorful. Yeah. This one is from Vanguard, a company that is small and is looking for new blood to expand. In this one, the other envelope has a stamp I recognize all too well. It's the Nagai kanji followed by robotics. Nagai Robotics. Hey, that's my name. Yeah, well, that's my father's company. What a shock. I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on. Why is that envelope here? Why my father's company? Why would he want to hire me right now? Hello? Hello? I didn't click on... Okay. Is there a log? What did we skip? There's a log. Can he wait till I get my major? Wasn't that what he wanted? I mean, this barrage of questions are interrupted by Dana. I figured you would react like that. Sometimes I think Dana has the ability to read my mind. That, or maybe my face reflects too well what I'm thinking about. I want to say something, but I realize I've been clenching my teeth for the past 30 seconds. Yuri, calm down. You don't have to settle for anything just yet. Dana leaves the envelopes on the desk and takes one of my hands. Apparently, women have the ability to make you feel several opposite emotions at the same time. Or at least Dana does. The terms are different for each company. I suggest you read each contract thoroughly first. And you can always decline both offers. You don't have to take anything you don't want to. What matters here is that you have the power to choose. Yuri, never forget how important your freedom of choice is. Never let anyone take that away from you. Okay? With this thought salad I have in my mind, I try to say something that's as competent as what Dana said. However, I just simply can't. I clumsily take the 2 envelopes. Yes, Dana. Alright, you can leave now. Leave. Can't stand your face anymore. Smiling, I get off my chair and I slowly take my leave. Dana has this fake upset expression on her face that makes me giggle a bit. Before completely leaving the teacher's room, I turn and look at her. Dana? Thank you. I'll think about what you told me. Don't mention it. Ever. Don't forget to study for next week's final. You know I don't need to study. The studying's for losers. Dumb people. Then I'll give you a harder exam. Tailored just for you, Einstein. I'm gonna go. Bye. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend. Same to you. The talk I had with Dana made me feel a bit at ease. Still, I have to consider the options I had laid in front of me. Work at an unknown company that, you know, may go under. You never know. Startups and all. Or work at my father's, you know, a reputable company. Anyone else wouldn't take a second before making a choice. Of course they'd choose their father's company, but it's not that easy for me, you understand. To work at my father's company would mean more pressure on me, even more than I'm handling right now. On the other hand, I could pick the other company, Vanguard. Maybe I would meet new people. Maybe I would work on a nice and warm environment. Maybe I should just read the contract before making any assumptions. Still, I'll wait till I get to my dorm to read the contracts. Maybe reading the contracts in a familiar place will help me think better about this. Okay. After walking for a while, I finally reached my dorm. I sit on my bed and take the envelopes out of my bag. Let's see. Here's the envelope with the big colorful V. Seems it's more colorful than the first time I saw it. Isn't that weird? Compared to the dull logo of my father's company, it's like day and night. Nagai Robotics. I still feel a bit uncomfortable with reading that name in this context. It's so weird, you know? Let's do the unknown first. Let's check out Vanguard first. According to this, I have the opportunity to work 3 days a week, part-time, and keep focusing on my career. I like that. For a decent salary. 3 days a week? I like that. Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, working and studying must be hard, but I think I'll be able to handle it. Besides, they just expect me to add new features to proprietary software they've been using for a while. I mean, I can do that. It's not that hard compared to what the other companies expect from their employees. I think it's fine, right? This job is designed with students in mind. Not too bad. I slide the contract back inside the envelope. Well, guess I only have the Nagai Robotics offer left to check out. I'm not sure if I want to read this. Let's see. After thinking on it for a bit, I decided to open the envelope at once. What? What is this? It has to be a joke. They expect me to work full-time and leave my career aside for the time being? For a whole year? What the hell is my father thinking? I'll never get his ways. Forget about the size. This makes absolutely no sense. I have to talk to him. You know, I honestly expected something different in my mind, but this doesn't surprise me. It's a crazy idea. It's definitely my father's doing. Even if I don't like it that much, I'm going to go to my parents' house tomorrow and talk with him. I needed to get to the bottom of all this. I kept doing the same mundane stuff for the rest of the day. Before going to bed, I prepped everything to spend the weekend on my parents, as I always do. Finally, I go to sleep. Or, I try to anyway. Till the next day comes. I was feeling so anxious about the internship thing that I couldn't sleep too well. Also, I got up earlier than I had to. This left me feeling pretty sleepy. At least I guess my mom was going to be waiting for me with a nice breakfast. That's one of the main reasons I can't wait for the weekends to come. After a whole week of eating fast food or my culinary experiments, they never go too well. Because I don't even dare call those food. To be able to have a home-cooked meal made by my mom is one of the few pleasures in life. After a while, the bus decides to show up. With this, I start the trip back to my parents' house. Finally, after an hour-and-a-half ride, I arrive. Just amazing. After all these years, the feeling of nostalgia that standing at my parents' house's door gives me as strong as ever. Well, this is not the first time to get all sentimental. Let's go. I climb the stairs and arrive at the door. I'm about to knock, but then I remember this is my house. It must be because I'm sleepy. Sometimes I forget that I lived here for 15 years. Just when I'm about to open the door, a familiar figure pops up in front of me. Yuri! Hey, Mom. My mom. Couldn't tell. She always calls me Yuri because that's short and friendly for my actual name. Well, at least in Russia. However, my mother always insists on calling me that way, even if we're not in her native country. Our mom's Russian. That's pretty cool. I thought you would arrive a little bit later. I was about to do some grocery shopping. Oh, do you need help with that? No, just stay home. You need some rest. I'll be right back. Seriously, I said no. Must have had a really tough week with all those finals and such. You didn't come home to run errands. You stay and rest. Okay, but don't say I never help you afterwards. Gluposti. I don't know what that means. Does that mean goodbye? I mean, that probably means goodbye, right? Do you have any Russian people watching this? And with those words, my mom leaves to the market. Nonsense. My mom has this quirk where she yells words or phrases in her native language. I'm used to it, and even if I'm not fluent, I still get a lot of her expressions. When I was little, I've heard quite a bit of the language because we lived over there in Russia. Mom taught me, but there's still a big part of the language that I just don't understand. Still, every time my mom does this, I feel a bit embarrassed. She usually draws too much attention to herself when she does it. Luckily, there isn't a soul on the street. I think I better get inside, though. Now that I'm here, I should relax a bit, like Mom says. Well, I should relax as far as the internship thing lets me. I wander around the house aimlessly for a while. It's weird that my father's not up yet. I don't want to wake him up either. In the end, we have a serious talk to do, and I don't want to start off on the wrong foot. But it's not just that. I've always found it hard to talk to my father, his traditional Japanese father. Man, a few words, serious, still worries about his family, even if he doesn't show it, you know the kind. Although sometimes he worries more about his job than for Mom or me. Well, I can't really blame him. It must be hard to manage a growing company like Nagai Robotics. Nagai Robotics. That's right, I'm the son of the CEO. Even if it feels weird. Well, all I can do now is wait. A few minutes go by and Mom finally returns from the market. My father still remains to be seen. You're back. Yuri, can you give me a hand with this? It's really heavy. Oh, I don't know. I was starting to get comfy. My mom looks at me with a tinge of anger in her eyes. I'm joking. Give me that. I should have went with you anyway. I helped my mom to carry the grocery bags and put the groceries away. It's a very cozy kitchen. And that's it. Thank you. You're welcome. Where's Dad? Ah, your father's working overnight. He told me he'd come back just before lunch, so we wait for him. Okay. Oh no. I wanted to get this internship thing out of the way as soon as possible. I thought my father was home, but it seems he just stayed at work again. Now I have to wait and deal with anxiety. Crap. I've never seen you so eager to see him. You know he spends more time at work than in his own house. Well, it's just that I had to talk about something with him. About what? It's something that I want to talk with him first. Father and son, Yeah, you can tell me about your stuff. I was also your age once. What do you mean? That you can trust me. There's nothing weird about having sex with one of your classmates. Hello. It's alright, you're young and strong. In fact, it'd be weird if you haven't had sex yet. Mom? Is that the problem? You haven't? Insert finger in the hole of the other hand. Mom? It's okay, dear, I understand. You always give priority to your career. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Your father and I are very proud of your achievements. But you should think of having fun from time to time, too, don't you think? Mom, I'm not a virgin. Ah, so when did you... Was it with that girl, Natalie? Or maybe Mika? Were you meeting with Mika in secret? Mika? Mom, it's been years since I've last seen Mika. That's because you never come to visit. She always asked your father about you, that girl. Always so cheerful despite everything she went through. Why are you like this, Yura? Oh my god. That's why I want to talk to my father first. My mom always ends up disagreeing and making stuff up. It's pointless to keep talking with her about this. And what if I'm a virgin? I'm only 20? Or is it really that weird to still be a virgin by this age? I'd rather not answer that question. I should go to my room. Breakfast will be ready in a bit. Alright. Just gonna be awkward now, sitting there with your mom eating breakfast. I take my bag that I left in the living room and climb the stairs to my room. I open the door and a familiar scene unfolds before my eyes. My bedroom. It's been a few weeks since I last came here. With all the exams, and well, there's only been the AI development left, and it should be fairly easy. Artificial intelligence. A topic I find quite interesting. It's so mysterious, even if we can understand the foundations. Wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be thinking about school right now. I'm supposed to relax. It's Saturday, but how can I relax with this internship deal looming on the horizon? I slip my hand into my bag and reach for the 2 envelopes with the internship offers, just to give them a quick read before talking to my father about it. I leave it on the floor as usual. When I was a kid, my parents bought me a coat hanger so I could hang my clothes in my bag. I think I've never used that thing in my life. I was able to just leave my bag on the floor, my clothes hanging on a chair. I literally have clothes hanging on my chair as we speak. And today history repeats itself. Well, it's just a jacket, I guess. Hard to shake off some habits, with the envelopes in my possession. I lay on my bed, so I can read them and rest for a bit at the same time. Taking an hour half long is pretty tiring, even if it doesn't seem like it. Not being able to sleep last night doesn't help with my tiredness. Let's see. I adjust my glasses a bit, but even after doing so, the words are still blurry. Ah. Either my glasses are dirty or I'm really becoming blind. Or maybe it's something else. My eyes feel heavy. Maybe I can reread the offers after a quick nap. Maybe. Mom will wake me up when breakfast is ready. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. The sound of a car engine wakes me up. What time is it? What day is it? 3 p.m.? I was asleep for 6 hours? Damn, Mom's gonna kill me. I didn't get breakfast. Quickly go downstairs. She probably let us sleep though, right? And just when I'm reaching the first floor, oh, it's our dad. I see my father entering. Hello, Father. Hello. Hello, honey. My parents greet each other with a kiss. To this day, that's a scene I'll just never get used to. Awkward. I'm going to be resting a bit in the living room. Call me when lunch is ready. Father? My father simply turns to look at me. I need to talk to you later. My father doesn't say a word. He simply nods and disappears into the living room. Mom looks at me and awkwardly smiles, then she returns to the kitchen. Traditional Japanese father, quiet, serious, and hardworking. Traditional Russian mother, caring and cheerful, and also cooks more food than her children need. That's my family. Pretty weird, I guess, but, you know, it's what I've been given. It's the hand I was dealt. I decided to go to the kitchen so I can apologize to Mom for not coming down to have breakfast. Mom, I figured you'd be really tired, so I let you sleep. Seems you couldn't sleep a bit last night, right? Mom isn't mad about the breakfast thing, which is honestly surprising. Well, that's true. Is there something you're worried about? Well, Mom looks me in the eyes and who knows from where she pulls out the envelopes with the internship offers. I'm a bit surprised, but I quickly understand what's happening. So I decide to ask a dumb question. Where'd you get that from? Come on, Yuri, I'm your mother. You can't trick me that easily. They were lying on the floor. It's useless. I didn't realize because I woke up suddenly and got downstairs as fast as I could, but it's obvious that I fell asleep with the envelopes in my hands. Mom probably saw them when she went to my room to hand me the breakfast, and so she got to know about the internships. You finally give up. Mom is smarter than I thought. In fact, I didn't even know why I even underestimated her. It must be my sleepiness. That's what I wanted to talk to Dad about. I didn't want to bother anyone, and I don't understand why. I mean, I know how hard it is for you to talk to Tatsuhiro. I was thinking about talking to him first, because I honestly don't know what's on his mind either. He didn't even tell me about this. I mean, you're also my son. Mama's taking this way more serious than I expected. She doesn't be like out of the loop, you know? I can understand that. I've been absent from this house for at least 2 years, living in the dorms and visiting my parents from time to time. My father spends too much time at work and my mom is by herself most of the time. I don't want to make assumptions, but it's natural that communications between them deteriorated a bit. I wonder if I'm also to blame. If that's the case, I don't want to make things worse between them. I'm sorry. Come again? I'm sorry, Mom. I thought this was something I was supposed to talk to him and only him. But if you're there to help me with that talk, I'll feel a little bit more safe. Oh, Yura. Mom comes closer and hugs me. It's been years since she did something like that. I quickly escape from her hug. I'll have you set at the table. Mom looks a bit surprised by my reaction. They don't pay attention to their mother anymore once they grow up. It's not like that. I'm 20, not 10. But it's a normal thing to do, right? Mother hugging her children? Well, yeah, right? Mom laughs. Come on, lunch is almost ready. I was really never good at being affectionate with my parents. It always felt weird for me. I don't know why. I mean, Mom was always loving and caring, but I could never accept a hug from her. My father? Well, he's changed so much since I was a kid. I hope that in today's talk I can reach that part of my father that I stopped seeing a long time ago. After a while, after setting the table and Mom bringing food, we sit down to have lunch. After a few minutes go by, an awkward silence starts to get annoying. Darling? Yes, honey. How was work today? The usual. Same issues, same temporary solutions. We didn't make a lot of progress. You're always so vague. I'm sorry, you know I can't talk too much about it. My father never talks about work, like ever. I wonder why. At least Mom tried. After a couple minutes that seemed like an eternity pass, and Mom speaks again. Yura, how's university? Mom fills in the silence with a casual yet useful question. I have a final next week. After that break, did you study? My father's question takes me by surprise. Mom is usually the one asking those questions. Honestly, not that much. My father raises an eyebrow. I'm pretty familiar with the topic. I don't study that hard. And what's that topic? AI? Good. That would be useful. Good. Useful. My father always answers with short phrases, only the necessary. There's another awkward silence. I couldn't socialize that much, though. Not a single classmate? You know I don't go out of my dorm that much, Mom. There has to be someone or something. There's a classmate. We talk about video games once in a while, but he skips too many classes, so I can't talk to him much. I see. What about your roommate? He just goes from party to party. He should focus more on his education like you. I guess. After a while, I feel like I made enough time to talk about the internships. I throw Mom an annoying look. She looks at me and discreetly nods. Darling? Yes? Yuri and I want to talk with you. Tell me. It's about... well... it's about my internship. My father looks at me finally. What about it? It's with your company. Yes? Don't you find it a little weird? No. You didn't tell me about this, darling. I didn't believe I had to mention it. You didn't? What happened with your making me study hard philosophy? And then all of a sudden you want me to go and work with your company full time? Yuri, don't raise your voice. I'm sorry. But this doesn't make any sense, darling. Yuri's right. If you want to decline the offer, then do it. That's not the point. Tatsuhiro? Yuri, it's not a secret that I want you to work with my company someday. Be it today, next year, when you finish your education. But why now? Yuri, let your father speak. I know I'm impulsive and I lack patience, but this time I'm going to follow my mom's advice. I want to hear the whole explanation. Oops, sorry. Dang, notifications. There are certain things that can't wait. We have a really important project coming up and we need lots of data to research a new technology. Something that we'll only do once. After discussing things at length with my team, they suggested that you join the project as well. I was unsure at first, but I thought it was the best option for the company. That's what the offer is for. Of course, the company. Didn't ask what's best for me. I decided to leave a space in the conversation to see if my father wants to say something more. But that's not the case. What about my education? Didn't you say that was the most important thing? At this moment, the situation is more important than university. Besides, what you'll learn working at my company, you won't learn it anywhere else. What the hell is that supposed to mean? All this time under pressure by my father to study hard and get my degree as quick as possible, just for him to say it's not important anymore whenever he pleases? What's my objective then? I take it you don't have any more questions? No, that's not true. I still have one more question. What about the other company? The other company doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter. Clear as day, my father didn't know that the other company was interested in me. It's obvious. All this time I was doing my absolute best. Yeah, of course it doesn't matter. It's not your company, so it doesn't matter, right? You don't care if what I want to do is keep going to uni and taste the waters at a regular company? What do you mean by regular company? Well, I don't know. A regular company. Not a company like yours. I feel the rage and also the confusion building up inside me. I don't really like it when that happens. You don't even know what my company's like. Of course I don't. You never talk about it. You'll know when you start working there. And how do you know I'm going to work there? Yura? Doesn't matter. You won't choose the other company. And who says that? I do. You? Right. That's right. It's always you, the one choosing for me. I'm done with this. You're not going to decide for me this time. This time I'll do what I want. What? Oh no. And I'm going to work at Vanguard. It's not true. Truth be told, I don't even know what I want. But I'm so pissed right now just to say something contrary. I just don't want to do what my father tells me to do. He looks at me with a stern look for a few seconds. You really want to go work for another company? Yes. That's what you're going to do. I feel a little confused with these questions. However, I gather all my will and answer with a loud yes. After all these years I invested in you, raising you, feeding you, you decide to work for another company. Yuri Nagai is not going to work at Nagai Robotics. This is absurd. But why can't I go to another company? Because you don't even know what you want to do. You never knew. You always escape reality. You always take the easy way out. When you got out of high school, you didn't even know what university you wanted to attend. I offer you studying at Silver Creek because some of my employees come from there. You accepted almost immediately because you knew it was the easiest option. All these years, you always went with the flow. So don't come and talk about choices right now, Yuri Nagai. Yuri Nagai. Again, my own name sounds strange to me. Yuri Nagai. That's what name my parents gave me. Everyone that knows me calls me by that name, but do I resent that name? Do I represent that name? Why does it feel so weird? Why do I feel so weird? I feel a strange sensation in my throat, similar to the one I felt yesterday when Dana asked me if something was wrong. There's something wrong going on with me. I start to feel a tickling in my cheeks, followed by a wet sensation. When I turn my face to the side, I can feel thin lines of air on them. My mom looks at me, worried. My father keeps looking at me with a stern look and spouts a few words. You're gonna work for Nagai Robotics. You don't understand yet. But it's for the best. It's for the best, he says. I don't even know what I want to do anymore. Or what is best for me. Study hard for your final and tell the university you're going to take the offer to work for Nagai Robotics. And don't be confused. The fact that you're my son doesn't mean that things will be easy. You're going to be treated like anyone else. No preference. And with those last words, my father leaves the living room. I try to stop my tears, but I can't. A few seconds go by and Mom steps closer to me. It's okay. Don't worry. Mom freezes mid-hug. I'm sorry. I'll talk to him. I think I have an idea of what he has in mind. Sometimes even I don't get him. I don't understand either. What does he really want? Yura? I'm going to work in Nagai Robotics. What? I will, Mom. And I'll show him that I'm capable and that I can make my own choices and that I'm worth it. I'll prove myself and he'll respect me. Yura, lunch was delicious. I'm going to my room to study. Okay. I go upstairs to my room. This isn't over yet. And neither is this quick look because I'm liking this demo. I mean, there are obviously some issues. You could obviously see the grammatical and this, errors, double words, things like that. Some clunky animations, but for the most part, I'm really liking it. And I want to finish the demo, but I don't want to make this demo too long, so I'm actually going to split the demo up. I'm going to split the quick look up into multiple parts, which I very rarely do. but I don't want it to be like a 2-hour long video. I mean, Desire was an exception. I just gotta stop playing. So with that said, I'm gonna upload this video, and then, you know, this is not the end. This will be part 1. I'll say part 1 in the title, so you know there's more coming. But I'm really liking this. You can play the demo for yourself in the link below. Follow the developers on Twitter if you want, in the links below. I post all that stuff for you. So yeah, Synthetic Girlfriend. Check it out.